This to ASMR with me, Max, and today we're making another comeback. I know, it's been so long, I know. I just want it to be like a little trigger moment and just like a little ramble of everything that's been happening for the past like 6 months-ish. Also, I have some work tea, and we're gonna spill it today. Okay. I finished my first year of university, which was really cool. I got to have like an end of year exhibition, and I exhibited that's a good trigger word actually. Exhibited. I exhibited my work, my illustration work. If you didn't know, then I do an illustration course. But yeah, I did that, and then I got my grades back for the first year, and they were very good. I was very happy with them. I really put a lot into my course, so I would hope that they're high, and they were high, so that's really good. I also started my first job and also quitted my first job. That happened. I didn't quit it like after a week. I quit it after a month and 6 days. So I did give it a little bit of time. It was a very toxic work environment. Yeah, just like bad managers, or one bad manager who did not like me, and vice versa. I did not like her. So I started work in, when was it? It was June. Yeah, I started work in June and then ended at the very end of July. It was the worst month and 6 days ever. It sent me into quite the spiral of emotions and just all of that type of stuff. Like, first of all, it was a lot to get used to, especially with being like my first job. I hope I didn't get moisturizer on myself then. It was a lot to get used to, like, just like work culture in general. It was a massive culture shock, because everything just works very, very differently to like education. Everything is kind of catered towards like what you need, and basically they just care about you in education and they don't care about you in work. That's what I gathered. As I said, obviously there was a manager in there that didn't like me. One of my first like instances with her was when I was doing training. Now, where I work, we have to do training, online training, like answering questionnaires and everything about like factual information about the company and about company processes and all of what your job entails. So it was a lot to learn, and we had to do it at the tills, like literally the checkout point, where there is loud music being played, horrible music. Oh my god, talking about the work music, it is like all I can describe it as is like dollar store versions of like popular artists. Like, it was nothing that I've ever heard like on a radio, nothing that I've ever heard like ever. Like, it's not even like soulless like radio music. Like, sometimes I say like UK top 40 is like pretty like, I don't know, NPC music, but like this was like NPC music. Like, this was like who listens to, like, this was literally just made for that clothes store. But yeah, so I asked my manager if I was allowed. This is somebody who is actually nice to me most of the time. I asked my manager if I'm allowed to use my phone to like take down notes for the information, because you had to do like questionnaire at the end, and if you got like one answer wrong, then you literally had to go back through and do the whole thing. And I'm like, I'm not about to do that. So I was like, am I allowed to take notes on my phone? And she was like, yeah, just like take pictures of it, take pictures of the screen with the information on it, and you'll have it. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So there I am taking pictures of the screen the next day whilst doing my training, and this manager who it does not like me comes over to me, and then she's like, why are you on your phone? I'm like, oh, my manager said that I'm allowed to use it to help me. And she's like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have to really use your phone with this. And it's like, she's like assuming what I need, my like own learning needs. Like everybody has their own learning needs, and it's just like that was completely thrown out the window there. It's like I needed my phone to really remember the information, just to make it easier for myself, because my manager said that I could. So now I tell her, I'm like, well, the learning conditions are really like not good here. Like there's loud music. I'm having to keep on telling customers that somebody will be with them in a second. I'll get somebody for you type stuff, because there'll be customers that come up to the checkout point, and then you'd have to be like, sorry, I'm on training right now, I'll get somebody over to you. And it's just like, it's such just like an overload of everything around, that it's just like, it's terrible for like your own learning. I did not learn anything from those like quizzes or anything, because the information just wouldn't stick, because I was standing up at a checkout point. Everybody has their own individual learning needs, and I work better when I have information jotted down in front of me, or simply the pictures of the screen. So that was that first instance, and she was just like, oh well, this is where we train, like that's it. But like she had like an annoyed look on her face and everything, and like it was just the whole, like, me saying it right now won't have as much effect as it had in the moment. So you may be a bit like, well, it's not that bad, but it affected me in the moment, especially because I was just like so out of my depth with like the job, and I just like felt like crying at the checkout point, which I held back those tears, but hey, that was hard. But there was another time where I'd been off sick for 2 days, and I had to call a short notice, because what had happened was like a short notice type thing. I went in on the day that I was meant to go in after, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry for like handing in short notice, sick leave, and like the person who like manages sickness was like, oh well, there's no need to be sorry, it doesn't fall on us, it falls on you. And it's like, there's no need to like be really just like rude about it. It's like, I apologized to be kind, and there was just like this soulless reaction from him, and it's just like, hello, like I'm literally right in front of you, why are you dissing me in front of my face? There's some things that I'm just like not saying right now, just because certain things happen. It's just like, yeah, I'm just saying certain things right now. I can't remember off the top of my head some of them. I just felt like nobody had anyone's like best interest in mind, except from the workers, because the workers were really nice, just like the general workers, but the people in management were just like not good. And then that same day, this is like a month in, I handed in my notice to the manager that I didn't like, and then she basically felt like it was time to just like say what she thought about me, which is interesting. She said that she was like, oh yeah, well, my opinion of you is that you want everybody to think that you're confident when you're actually secretly like got anxiety. And it's like, I literally had like the most, I held my anger down, because I was like, I'm not going to show myself up in this moment, I'm going to keep calm and collected. But I made doesn't know. And she said this. She literally said, "Oh yeah, when me and the other managers like speak about other employees," and she said that to them, and it's like, so you guys are meeting up and speaking about other people behind their backs, and you choose to judge my character behind my back. It's just like, so I was literally like, I'm not trying to make anybody think that I'm confident. I'm simply just anxiety ridden. But she thought that the exchange that we had at the till, she thought, oh yeah, he's like confident. And it's like, so you think that somebody is confident for articulating themselves in a situation where the learning environment is not good? And I'm literally just simply saying facts, but she didn't like that. I don't know about that. But yeah, I think because the way that I talk is articulate most of the time, and I just like said it as it was. I wasn't rude with it. I just simply said that the learning environment is not like very good, because she judged me for using my phone. She was like, well, you shouldn't need that. And it's like, well, don't assume that I don't need it. But yeah, I just like set the record straight that I was not trying to make anybody think that I'm confident. I don't need to make anybody think that I'm confident. That's the thing. Like, I myself, I'm not a confident person, and I don't make it a part of my like agenda when I'm around people to make them think that I'm confident. Like, that just doesn't happen. I'm simply just anxiety ridden. Like, I don't know. You get some people that just really don't vibe with you, and you don't vibe with them, and that is exactly the case. Unfortunately, but she was very unprofessional to just like say her judgment of me as a manager, because it wasn't anything professional. It was a judgment on my own personal like being. So yeah, that was just a little bit of a slap in the face. There were also just some other things said as well, which were just like really off, which I'm not going to recount right now because it's just like, it's happened, it's done. But I just wanted to say some of the little things that just like annoyed me. But yeah, it was a good thing that I left there because it just wasn't very professional. Managers weren't good. I was literally hardly managed. I hardly ever saw my managers really. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't, and most of the time it was just like a few words exchanged. It is what it is, I guess. But yeah, I'm super excited to go back to uni in September. It starts like at the end of September, so I still have like a bit of time until then, but I'm super excited to just like get back to what I was doing in uni. I'm super excited to start my second year as well. That's super excited. In terms of ASMR channel, I do want to keep on making uploads, especially on my time off. I know I'm not the best at consistency, but I still want to try. I've got this time off now, so we're gonna try and do this. And if you guys are still here, then I really appreciate you. I'm super excited to go back on this journey with you guys. We're like approaching 1K now as well. We're approaching 1K. Like, hello. I hope you're all doing well. What's your past 6 months been